It's about 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. I'm leaving Kirkintilloch, or Kirky, as the local folks affectionately call it. I spent a lot of the previous day on this Strathkelvin railway walk, and now I'm going to go on the towpath for this old canal and this duck. I'll be following this in the morning. Towpath, I guess they used to tow barges and boats through here. It says follow the canal for 3 miles. Yeah, I think I can do that. I wonder what this is used for. It's got windows. It's called the Zulu. I guess it could be living quarters. Just a regular boat. It's interesting. Well, I just arrived in Twetcher, and I'm parting ways with the Forth and Clyde Canal, which is here. I'm a long ways from Rome. This is where the Romans reached the furthest north in Scotland, and they built a fort here, the Barhill Fort. It's around 140 AD. So, and the maybe you've heard of Hadrian's Wall. This is the farthest north wall they built was up in this here, 37 miles across the country. I think it's called the Antonine Wall. And it was, this fort was this entire hill. So they commanded I'm up high. I have been down low near the canal for the first part of the morning, and now I'm up here. Not all the soldiers were Romans. They had some guys from Syria. I think they had some guys from the area of what's now Germany. So there are some leftover bits, walls and foundations. Now this whole area was covered by this fort, the Barhill Fort. So even though it's misty, I can see that from up here on top of this hill they could command the region with a good view. I've stopped to have a bite to eat here at the top of the hill at Barhill Fort, and over in my view, buried behind them low clouds, is the Kilsyth Hills, and then Kilsyth itself is over there, and then Cumbernauld is a village over in that area. And I'm heading basically between them. I'll join back up with the Forth and Clyde Canal eventually. The people who are riding bikes on this trail actually stayed with the canal the whole time, and hikers came up here to see the wall and the fort. Apparently this fort, this section of it, was built by local folks before the Romans even got here, and the placard said that it's so old that it was probably abandoned before the Romans got here. I wished it was a better view, but I'll take it. You know, the temperature's just right. It's cool. It's probably high 50s, almost 60, and it's not raining. A little bit of mist, but that's not a problem. Looking way back over there, I just loved how there are all the fields and the beautiful homes, and there's every now and then you see a field dotted with sheep. The little ponds, just so much green. And far to the south of me, actually southwest, that way, would be the city of Glasgow. Pretty good sized city. It's a beautiful morning. I have to pinch myself every now and then and say, you know, you're hiking across Scotland. You're in Scotland. I love it. I'm grateful I have the time and the wherewithal and the health and the desire to still do this stuff. I enjoy it. I'm now eating scones for breakfast every morning. This one's got cherries. I've been eating ones with raisins. They call them currants. And but these cherry ones are a change, and they're quite nice. Not crazy sweet, just barely sweet. And I like that, you know. Not like a Dunkin' Donut, you know, crazy sweet. And water. I was supposed to go right through a little village coming up called Auchensterry. And they might have a little shop there, a coffee place, food, maybe even a B&B. I'm going right on through that though. I really don't know how far I'm going to make it. I might make it up to Falkirk, which has the Falkirk Wheel. But it looks like I'll be hitting different old Roman forts, and you know, hopefully a castle or two along the way as well, as I make my way towards Durham. I'll just enjoy the birds chirping for now. Looks like carrots. I've come 1.5 miles since Bar Hill Fort over there. Now I'm at Croy Hill, just following the Antonines or Antonines, however you say it, wall. Down below me is the canal. I can see it there, and a bunch of ships tied up, a little harbor. Looks like there might be a boat moving slowly. Village to the north. So I can see from here the Roman soldiers had a really good view, commanding view of the area as well. It's beautiful. The sun tried to come out earlier, and I'm heading on up. I guess that's the top up there. So this wall, they put in down next to me, they sort of quarried out some large rock, laid it down, And then they would cut out the sod in chunks, and to where they had sod piled 4 meters high. So, 13 feet high of sod. And then on top of that, they believe, they put these wooden palisades, which basically looks like a fence. What do we got? We're still on the Muir Way and the Antonine Wall. I'm back on the towpath for the Forth and Clyde Canal. Bunch of folks fishing. I was wondering if there's any fish out here. A couple families. I still haven't run into any what I would call long distance hikers. There's just folks walking their dogs, local walks. So this path isn't nearly as popular as the West Highland Way. I'm in Scotland. I'm a lucky boy. This is the second one of these tents. It's a guy fishing from the canal. The last guy asked him if he had 3 pulls in him, asked him if he had any luck. He said, no luck at all. And there was a guy fishing on the other side too. I don't know what they catch here though. See his foot. Guy literally pushes it. Looks like some sort of cleaner. He's picked up a bunch of green lily pad type things in this bay. Like he just scoops them up. Keeps the canal clean. It's a service boat of some sort. These guys, they have their truck, Scottish Canals, it says. for his partner to get in place, and he starts pushing. Goes. I'm in Bannock or Bangkok. And I'm having lunch. I'm having a sandwich and some potato salad and a Coke at the Co-op, which is the chain of grocery stores. I got me a little shady spot. It's about 10 minutes walk off the trail, but I'm going to take advantage of this kind of stuff. Have regular food, since there's little towns all along the way. It was noon. I was hungry. I looked it up on my Scottish phone and saw that I had just a 10-minute walk up here, so I came up the hill and I'm in this lovely little town. I really don't, it's Bannock or Bannock. Anyways, I got a nice breeze and there's blue skies today. So I'm taking all that. Taking my sandwich. This tunnel is taking me under the canal. Still walking the Antonine line, which is the furthest north that the Romans made it in around 140, 150, 160 AD. And this particular complex that was here is called Rough Castle. So it's another built-up large fort, several acres, and they had all these forts strung along the line to defend Britannia from the, I think they called them the Caledonians. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. It's just after 3. I just about a half hour ago went through Bonnie Bridge and making my way across this rough fort area. And sometime here within the next hour I'll run into the Falkirk Wheel. I'll show you what that is when I get to it. This looks like my way out. But I'm not skinny enough. These things are really not made for backpacks. This is the Falkirk Wheel. It connects a lower canal with a higher canal. And this boat, excuse me, is up on the higher canal. And when it gets out to the end, that thing's going to spin. Down here's a couple hundred people. That guy slowly loads up. Loading a boat at the bottom. So we want the bottom, want the top. I guess it's like an amusement park ride in a way. These wild ducks on the canal. Looks like they like to hang out at this guy's place. Still haven't seen any hikers like me, through hiker. It's by far been bicyclists. And only one of them had a whole bunch of packs and stuff, but they were doing long distance stuff. Everybody else, 99% of the people on the trail are local. Back when I first started out, it was rainy and chilly, and I kept thinking, man, I hope it gets better. And here it is, about a week plus later, and it's gotten better. I've got blue skies, it's warmish. A little bit of a breeze to my back, and I'm thankful.